I want to thank so much for tuning into the Daily Dose for Spiritual Growth. Today is Fasting Friday. I want to encourage you to fast something today. What does that mean? That means that you're going to go without something that you would normally do on a regular basis, that you would normally do today, and you would choose to abstain from that. And in the time that you would take to do that, you would choose to spend time with God. Now, fasting would require a sacrifice. So if you normally don't watch the afternoon news, you wouldn't fast the afternoon news. I don't even know if there's news in the afternoon, but you wouldn't do that because it wouldn't be a sacrifice. And I would recommend not fasting brushing your teeth or fasting taking a shower. I wouldn't recommend doing that. I would recommend either if this is something that if you are always having a snack right before you go to bed, choose to fast that and then taking the time to go with the Lord to the Lord during that time. Or maybe you want to fast during your lunch hour today, not having lunch and choosing to spend time in His Word today. I don't know what it may be, but choose to fast something today and go to the Lord. And that's what this psalm is all about, going to the Lord, turning our eyes upon Jesus. Psalm 34, we're going to be in verses 11 through 14. Verse 11 says, "Come, my children, and listen to me, and I will teach you to fear the Lord." Again, the fear in the Lord is not being scared. It's having this awe, this reverence, this respect to our Creator. Verse 12, "Does anyone want to live a life that's long and prosperous?" No, that would be foolish. All of us would want to live and want to live a life that is blessed, that's prosperous, that's long. Well, he says this in the next verse. "Then keep your tongue from speaking evil and your lips from telling lies. Turn away from evil and do good. Search for peace and work to maintain it." Here's the thing, when it comes to our relationship with God, it's similar to our relationship that we have with other people. It takes time, it takes work, it takes intentionality, and it takes time to build that trust, that dependency, and it's no different with the Lord. See, we need to continue to work our trust and our faith and our dependency upon the Lord. This is where, we want the instant results, but we don't want the work for it. It's like you want that bodybuilder body, or you want to have that cardiovascular heart where you can just keep on running and not grow tired, or you want those results. You want to have those straight A's, but you don't want to take the time and the effort to study and to be disciplined in those areas. We can't have this complete trust and dependency upon the Lord until we work it out, until we continue to go to Him in those times of need, in those times where we feel like we don't need Him, in those times where we don't feel His presence. It's choosing to go after Him. And so you want to live a long and prosperous life. Let's turn to God and let's trust Him. As Proverbs says, that we can trust in Him and not lean on our own understanding, and He will make our path straight. So when He makes our path straight, when we are walking in step with Him, we are going to live a life that is blessed. It may not look the same as what other people or what the world says is blessed or what the world says is successful, but I don't want to compare my life, or I don't want to have my life be dependent upon what the world says is successful or not. I want to put my trust and my dependency upon my Creator, because this earth right here, this is my temporary residence. This right here is your temporary residence. And so let's choose in the middle of all the things that we have to put our trust and our dependency on our eternal being, our eternal soul in heaven. And as we choose to do that and have that heavenly perspective rather than an earthly perspective, we will live a long and prosperous life. And we can have that assurance that it's going to be forever in heaven with the Lord. I want to thank you so much for tuning in. Tune in tomorrow for the Daily Dose for Spiritual Growth.